You're listening to Lights Camera Latino, the podcast, hosted by Angel Fabian Rivera. Remember to follow us on our social media platforms as Lights Camera Latino and Angel Fabian Rivera. Hola mi gente, welcome to Lights Camera Latino, the podcast. This is a place where we dive deep into the captivating world of entertainment with influential Latinos shaping the industry. As always, my name is Angel Fabian Rivera. I am glad to be back here for one more episode of Lights Camera Latino, and today we have a very special guest from no other than from Puerto Rico, my island, my place. We have something new because we've had actors, we've had writers, we've had producers, we've had a little bit of everything in this podcast. But you know what I haven't had? A rapper. That's what makes Puerto Rico. Okay, so I'm so excited to bring this person today, and this is Jeynu Nunez. He's a Puerto Rican rapper and writer who has found his voice through art. Since 2014, he has explored poetry and music, publishing his first poetry book, Crónica de un Entre Tergiversado, and contributing to literary magazines. In 2018, he founded his platform, Jeynu Station, where he has produced artistic and musical projects like Lay Back. In 2020, he released his mixtape, Low Key, gaining recognition in the independent scene and performing at iconic Puerto Rican venues like La Respuesta and Club 77. In 2023, he opened for PJ Sinzuela Tet Set Tour. Oh wow. Marking his US debut. He is currently working on his first EP debut set for release in 2025, and I'm so excited to talk about that today. So Jeynu, thank you for being here, man.
Dímelo, all good, man. Thank you for having me here. Thank you for being so open. Since the first time that I sent you the message, I think it was Alexandra Bellido, the one who told me that hey, you should text Fabian or whatever. I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's go and see what happens. So thank you for being so open to the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, no, of course. I always say, I'm here for my people, and I remember you, man, from college. I remember you because you took classes with Ale, right? You worked a lot with her back in college.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't take that many classes with Alexandra, but I did a couple of short films with Christian, Alexandra, Jose Martinez, the entire crew, the usual suspects, basically. In Sagrado Corazón, yeah, we study over there. I think I'm older than Alexandra, right? I don't like 1 year, maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe. But that's so funny, how the world goes around, because maybe we didn't connect at that time, because we were all doing our own thing. But now we're back here, and it's so glad to have you back here. And we've all like evolved with our careers. Ale is writing now. You're doing your music. I'm doing podcast and acting. It's just like, but we're here.
No, but it's good, man. It's good. I mean, the evolvement of everything, like evolución del artista, we never got stuck in one line, Alexandra started with cinema, and then now she's writing, myself, so that's always good. It's part of the expression and what makes us artists, so I think that's good.
Right? No, and that's so important, man, that we have to do that. And that's, and I always say, we're always in constant evolution. You said it right. There's always changing. You look at some people that you even went to college with, or went to high school with, and then you look at them now, you're like, who are you? You're just a different person, but that's it. We're constantly evolving. Estamos cambiando todo el tiempo. There's no way to turn back.
Yeah, man, for sure. By the way, I'm drinking this. You will see me a lot drinking this. It's wine over here. So this town thing was like filled with wine. Now it's over here. So I'm starting noticing the effects right now. So I'm sorry if by the 30-minute mark I start to act weird. Yeah.
Starting to feel it.
Yeah.
Man, you gotta. I didn't receive mine. Did you send it?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know.
By
It's a
USPS.
delay. Yeah.
There's a delay. So yeah, I didn't receive mine. Oh my god, that's so funny, man. Man, and so I always want to start this, you know, I mean, the point of this podcast, you know, I always want to share what artists are doing. I want to share what stories we got, because when people think about Latinos, sometimes they forget that we all have different experiences and different backgrounds and different stories to tell. And I hate that people say, "Oh, you're all the same thing. You're all one thing." You know, Latinos are all the same. We're not. You know, even inside a country, we're all different. We all should know that by now. But and I want to break that barrier. You know, I want people to get to know us. I want people to get to know where we come from. So you come from Puerto Rico. So can you tell me? What food can you not live without? Okay, like ¿qué plato tú no puedes vivir sin ese plato?
Yeah. Okay. Like thinking about it as a Puerto Rican.
Ajá.
Arroz con habichuelas, cabrón, like rice and beans. You know? I mean, come on, man. I mean, I have this little joke in my in where I work. I work in Disney over here in Orlando.
Ooh,
So I'm doing my whole yeah, right. I'm doing all my music stuff and whatever. But what I'm doing this, I'm working in Disney in a restaurant. So I have a joke with my coworkers. It's like every single time that they are like stressed about the table or in the line, you know, the food line, I'll say, hey man, what if we don't go to my place and we can distress, you know what I'm saying? Let's go and do something, you know, like that kind of innuendo. I was like, and after that I can cook you some rice and beans, you know. So so the whole rice and beans, at least in where I work, it become this like sex innuendo. So every single time someone feeling like really a stress, instead of saying like, well, let's go and have a drink or something, you know what, let's go to Jeynu's place and let's get that rice and beans. Let's go.
Let's do some rice and beans, and you know what you can add to that? Aguacate, avocado, and then you add a little bit of mayo ketchup and tostones, and then you add I don't know, bistec or and you make it. That's it. That's how it.
Yes.
That's how we make you fall in love with us. You know.
No, yeah, but yeah, if you ask me that, I'll probably say rice and beans. If I go outside Puerto Rico, I mean, it's not that I can't live without it, but I like it a lot, and usually I get it once in a while, like once every month or so, and it's the greatest food for me. It's ceviche.
So, what is that?
Peruvian ceviche. Yeah, no man,
Ooh.
that's have you tried ceviche? Or...
Yeah, mano, con tostones.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
con
no,
tostones,
man.
that's the best thing.
No, because I know they have two versions. They have the Mexican one and they have the Peruvian one. I like the Peruvian one. That is
Yeah, I like the
with
Peruvian one too.
with the chocolates, the big corn and everything. Oof.
Oh man, I'm getting
So
hungry
good.
now. I just had rice and beans like 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
But again, I won't be mad by eating rice and beans again, and ceviche, and tostones, and mayo ketchup. But that's the crazy thing about us, right? Like, I remember growing up, like I used to eat rice and beans every day. It was just a thing, you know, and you don't get bored of it.
No, it's a thing. It's part of the entire culture. I mean, for our grandmas, I think it was more like root veggies, right? Like potatoes, yuca,
Like
batata,
yuca,
yam.
batata,
Yeah, and then
cebolla.
yeah, and then progressively it became like maybe some rice over here, you know, at dinner time or whatever, and then suddenly it's like, yeah, let's go ahead and have some rice and beans for lunch. Let's go ahead and have some rice and beans for dinner. Let's go ahead and sometimes you prepare it for breakfast. I don't know.
For breakfast, because why not?
So yeah, it's definitely part of our culture as Caribbean, because I think Dominicans also
It's more
eat a
Caribbean, yeah.
lot
And
of
Cubans,
rice,
yeah.
Mhm.
Cubans, yeah. And sometimes I'm like eating. I tell people like, oh, what? They ask me like, what are you brought for lunch? And I'm like, rice and beans, and they look at me like, huh, interesting. And I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I eat. Rice and beans every day, man.
Yeah, it's like you see sometimes people from how this place called Turkey or not even Turkey, but India too. They have the flatbreads, and they
Oh,
dip
yeah.
the flatbreads in the stews and everything. I don't see it a lot here in Disney. We have a lot of people from India, from Turkey too, and that's what they bring to the lunch. It's just like a big piece of bread, and then they dip it in sauces. It's like, okay, well, I
That's
guess
it.
that's your rice and beans.
That's your rice and beans, man, and that's
Yeah.
it. It's crazy when culture, it becomes that. It's just like, and also like when you get out of your place, right? That makes you go back to it because you miss home, right? You something that you want to bring with you, and that's why I cook a lot of rice and beans because it also reminds me of home, and I try to do it how my grandma does it. That's it, It's a piece of
Yeah.
home.
Yeah, it's nostalgic. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very nostalgic. It's part of it. Yeah. So I wanna go back in time with you, Jeynu, because you first of all, what part of Puerto Rico are you from? Were you born and raised?
I was born in the south part of Puerto Rico, like Ponce.
Panama
So
Parking.
Ponce, yeah, right. But I mean, I always fight with my friends because I don't like Ponce. So I was born in
Oh,
Ponce, but
Ooh.
I was not grew in Ponce. Yeah, so I grew in Juana Diaz. It's like right next to Ponce.
Uh, right next to Ponce,
So
which is also part of it.
yeah, yeah, no, la ciudad de los poetas, Juana Diaz. So
Ah.
I grew there. Yeah, and then after I finished my middle school, I went to
Mhm.
study high school in Villalba. So
Ooh.
I took photography over there in the high school. So I
Nice.
graduated with a course of photography, and then based on that, I was like, you know what? I think it's about time to jump to a new place. So the only college that I applied for was the ones that are really far away from Ponce, basically. So I applied to Arecibo, I applied to San Juan, to
Mhm.
La UPR and Sagrado as well.
Wow.
So yeah, so they accept me in all of them, but I choose Sagrado because they have the cinema, and it's like, you know what? If I study photography now, I mean, I think it makes sense if I keep going with this route. So yeah, I
So
study.
do you want it? So sorry. So do you want it to do cinematography at that time, or you were like, let's just try this out because I know photography?
It was more like, let's try this out, because
Mm.
my intention was to go to the UP, to the UPR, to study filosofía y letras. It's
Oh.
I guess how you call that in English. I don't know, like literature, I
Philosophy
guess.
and and literature. Yeah, literally.
Yeah. So I wanted to go there, but this
Wait.
entire
So hold there. Sorry. So hold there. So you took the whole poetry thing from your city really deep into you.
no, I mean, listen, and that let's see how I explain to you that came with the time,
Yeah.
as a young person in Puerto Rico, it's obvious that you're going to have a influence with music. In this case, for
Mhm.
us, there's no way you grew up in Puerto Rico without listening to reggaeton, for example, or salsa,
Yeah.
for example.
Yeah.
So my influences started over there, but as I grew up through time, I start to enjoy more music, and I start to read more. So I think it was around high school where I definitely start to think maybe I'm good at writing. So I start doing it
Maybe.
more and more. Yeah, maybe. So I start to listen to rap more, to a Nash from Spain, to a Chohin from Spain.
Mm.
Um, I used to have this like big booklet of CDs, and I have a couple of Ruben Blades CDs over there. So those are my influences. So I
So
think, yeah,
music was always there for you. Is there something that
yeah.
was it played at home too, or was it something that just came to you at some
I
point in your
think it
life?
came. I think it came to me because my mom was the music that she listens to was like more like Ricky Martin, Chayanne, Luis Fonsi. So
He was one of
I
those.
grew up with, yeah. So I grew up with Menudo, for example.
Of course.
Um, so I think it just came to me, and me trying to learn something new,
Mhm.
and through like around that time, 2010, 2009, YouTube was actually like beginning to do something,
Like a thing, yeah.
yeah. So I started going to YouTube, and it's like, let's go ahead and listen to this guy from, I don't know, from Mexico, or from Spain, or from United States, and see what the music sounds like. So yeah, I think it's more of a I catch up like through time on that.
No, and I love that you started to expand also your ear, right? Like you started to listen to people outside of Puerto Rico and try and listen to the rhythm and try to and listen to the differences, right? And it also expanded your mind, I believe.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, 100%. I mean, when I jumped to San Juan, to Sagrado, to then study cinema, in this case, I always kept writing and I always kept trying to do things with music, I guess. But I didn't have the contacts or maybe the money to do something with it. So I published independently. I published the Crónica de un ente tergiversado, which was by my first poem book, and I did that completely by myself. Like I write the whole thing. I download a pirate version of Photoshop, and I did the whole thing with Photoshop on that version.
Photoshop, don't hear us.
Yeah, Adobe have their own problems. Yeah, but but yeah, so I did that completely myself, and I released that. I think I still like, well, I don't know, like 20 copies of that, and that's it. But again, it was something big for me because I did it completely by myself.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I think I never evolved on that aspect during Sagrado times because yeah, a lack of money, lack of contacts. So after I graduated is what I moved to Orlando, and then I decided.
No, you're going there right now. There you
No, yeah. I decided, you know what? Let's go ahead and start working hard so I can buy my equipment, so I can do what I actually passionate about. That is music. It's not cinema. It's music. Yeah.
And how do you find out? How do you find out that music was actually your thing? Like, where was the certain point of like, oh, like I try film, right? I like actually like poem because you were writing poems already, so you were writing lyrics somehow, right? So did that lyric transform into like, oh, actually I can make this into music? How was that transition? Yeah, ¿Cómo fue esta transición?
I mean, I like writing things, and I will say, like, I always like to write things. My passion was to write, and always was to write until I start to do performances. When I start to record my songs, it's like, yeah, let's go ahead and record a song, and then I play live. That's what everything changed. Like 2023, like with when I launched the demo, 5 songs on that demo, and I played that in La Respuesta with the entire band, like drums and bassist and guitar, piano, and I felt that energy. It's like, yeah, man, this is the only thing that I'm good at, and I want to explode that. You know what I'm saying? So I want to live here in the stage. So I think that was the turning point. It's like I was feeling passionate about lyrics, about literature, but it was not until 2 years ago that I understand that, yeah, performances and being a rapper that I can perform, it's my passion. So yeah, it took a long time. I mean, to be honest, I started studying in Sagrado when I was 18. So it took me 9 years to realize what my passion was. But yeah, I'm happy now.
I love that, man. That goes back to the conversation we were having in the beginning, right? Like how we transform and how we transition and how we find passion, because you can find passion at 15, you can find passion at 10, at 18, at 20, at 30, at 40, at 50, at 60, at 70. Like there's no age for finding the passion. And and we like one thing, right? And then we grow and we're like, actually I like this thing too, and then we change. And that's the beauty of being humans, right? And that's the beauty of being also like creators. Like we just go all around, and we that's how our brain works. But I love that. I love that you decided, you were like, I tried all these things, but I'm just gonna go back to what I actually was passionate about in the beginning, because it always goes back to even when you were a kid. You were talking about how you would go to YouTube and listen, right, to this music from all around, and how reggaeton influenced you and all that stuff. That's magical and beautiful, and sometimes we don't we take that for granted, and we're like, oh, fuck, like this is just how I was when I was a kid, or this is a term, this is a punchback, right? So like when everything started was actually years ago, not now. Ah, it just finds, it takes courage, it takes it takes growing up, it takes, becoming mature to understand it for real.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, and I remember when I was a kid, I locked my room just to rap songs about artists, like in that
Mhm.
case, I don't know, like what were the big artists over there? Calle 13 maybe, or like from Puerto Rico, Calle 13, Daddy
Mhm.
Yankee, and I
Don't
perform all
mind.
that in yeah, Don Omar, and I perform all that in my mirror, singing to myself, and when I opened for PJ, at least in Tampa, that hit me hard, bro. It's like I was performing, and then after I finish, all the photos and stuff, I start crying in the backstage. Yeah, it's like I was dreaming about this, like, I don't know, bro, like 20
Yeah.
years ago, and
Did,
now
did,
I'm
did,
doing
did
it.
it did it yeah, did it take you back to that mirror moment, to like you singing in front of the mirror?
Yeah, no, for sure. Listen, I don't know. Let me do something for you real quick. Give me just 5 seconds. Just 1 second.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guys, he said 5 seconds. He hasn't come back. There it is. There it is. What you got there? What you got there?
So that night was so
Uh-huh.
important for me. I don't know if you can see. So this is a poster for the PJ album.
Hmm.
So that night for me was so it left a mark in my brain so hard that I went to the entire bar. There was that place was called Crowbar in Tampa.
Hmm.
And I asked for every single bartender and host and manager over there to give me the signature so I can remember this night. Because yeah, so it threw me.
Wow.
Mommy, I'm sorry, my dog is barking. You want to go out? Okay.
Let me
Wow,
get
so
some
many
of
things
that.
happening, man. I'm sorry, Jesus. So yeah, so
Ah.
it,
Ah.
it left it left the mark so hard that it's like I want to remember this because this is how I felt when I was a kid, performing Don Omar and Yankee or whatever reggaeton artist was in my
Mhm.
room. So yeah, it was so important that I put over here and say, hey guys, give me all the signatures, all the signs, and I will keep this as a prize for myself. Yeah.
That is so beautiful, and sometimes people take that for granted again, like just achieving one goal, right? Like one dream that it was, that you once had, right? Like that one dream that you're finally doing, and you were performing for the mirror. Now you're on stage doing what you always wanted to do, and you're in your happy place, and I believe that's when you actually realize, you know what, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, yeah, no, for sure. Hmm. I
And
want to
that's and
do it.
that's
I mean, let's see,
yeah.
let's see.
Yeah, no, but that's the beauty of it, and that should always be the reminder that you're on the right path, and sometimes, because this is a fucking hard career, right? Like, no matter what you do in life in general, but when you're in the arts, no matter what you do in the arts, it's always gonna be rough. It's gonna be hard because we all have our dreams and we all have our passions, but there's so many people doing it at the same time, and sometimes it's hard to like keep on, right? Like, how do I even stand out? How do I even continue doing this if I feel like I'm not being chosen, or I'm being looked out, or not being listened? And it's hard. It's fucking hard. But that should always be your reminder that you're on the right path and you're doing what you're doing, and you should always go back to that and understand and realize, fuck, this is why I started it in the first place, And that's
Yeah,
that's the beauty of it.
yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I you can you don't know how many no's have been received from people that I send my proposal, and I mean, I've sent that to a lot of managers, a lot of artists. But I think it's happened to you too, like being an
Mm,
actor too. You receive a lot of no's too. I mean, come on, all
all
the
the time.
casting calls or ignoring your submissions or something. So we all in that boat. It's just we need to keep pushing. It's like yeah.
Yeah, no man, it's keep pushing, and that's, you know, and you're doing the right thing, and you're on the right track, and you know you are, and you know, and you know, because that should be the reminder also that you're good in what you're doing, you know, because you made it there for a reason, you know, and you're doing what you're
Yeah.
doing for a reason, and that, because sometimes, yeah, we need, yeah, as artists we need the validation. I'm not gonna lie, like we need the validation. We need to know that we're, you know, we're doing something good in order for us to, oh fuck, let's continue doing this. uh, and that's the validation you needed, and that's, it's in there, and that's it, that's all you needed. Now you can go out there and continue doing what you're doing.
Yeah, no, yeah, and then that show was for me was gasoline. It's like, you know what? After this show, I'm going to finish this next song so it can be my official debut on the music. You know, like that is the next project that I'm dropping right now.
You had your mixtape low key that you threw a couple years ago. Can you talk about that? Can you talk about how that influenced people, how that changed you in the way you do art?
Low key was during quarantine, so
Wow.
boom, that's the context. It's like so I think I had a interview with Fernando Correa. They had this podcast called Fencast.
Mhm.
So I was telling him a couple of years ago how when I got here after I graduated from cinema in Sagrado, I came here and I was working 60, 70 hours a week. um I remember one week working like 90 something hours for the next week to work 75. Like I remember that vividly. And it's like what, like 10 hours, 12 hours every single day without a day off. It's like, so those kind of things is like when you are an artist and you come back from a shift and you sit down, you think yourself like, what I'm doing with my life, you know what I'm saying? I'm working so hard for nothing. So I remember in 2018, 2019 doing that, and then COVID happened and everything just stops. Everything just yeah, I mean, from working 70, 80 hours a week to work nothing. So I was like, you know what? I mean, I think I have a little bit of money now, maybe. So let me go ahead and expand that on equipment. So I bought this little tiny recording thing from the brand Zoom that you stick a SD card in it and then you can record automatically in it.
Hmm.
So it's like, you know what? Let's go ahead and use that. It was like $40. It's like, let's go ahead and use that to record my first lyrics and see what happened.
Yeah.
So through those months, like it was, the whole thing started like February, March, something like that, right? So between February, March, April, May, June, uh, yeah, yeah, more or less. No, because I dropped low key in May. So
Oh
it was like
wow.
February, March, April, May. So through those 4 months, I started recording songs on this little recorder with beats from my friend Marciano Jose Martinez,
Jose.
beats from, yeah, beats from all the people like Brian Jose, that is a producer from Ponce. And I start to take from every single corner, you know, and I started to record those songs one take, basically, because I didn't have any software, I didn't have any PC to edit. It was just like one take in my closet with a Pantimedia as a pop thing. Yeah,
Of course, yeah.
yeah, and it's like, let's go ahead and record this, and that's how Low Key was born. I just have one song that I record in a real studio in Puerto Rico with my friend Furia,
Mhm.
and that was the only song that I was actually mixed properly and prepared properly. But the other four, it was just in the closet with a Zoom recorder. So it was that context of the quarantine that gave me the time to sit down, relax, and try this thing of just recording my lyrics. And I think with a lot of people having the same thing too, because I remember a lot of people doing podcasts back in the time, like starting podcasts, doing sourdough bread and having like those kind of weird hobbies that you got from COVID. So so I think a lot of people remember COVID because they have the time to do whatever they feel passionate about.
Yeah, that was a moment that you actually, discovered new things and new hobbies and try new things, right? You had the time of the life. I even did theater online on Zoom. It's
Yeah, look
crazy,
at that.
man. I mean, you had to do what you had to do. But that's wonderful that you made this project in a moment of need, in a moment of like you are, you're enclosed in your house, so it's like you also your mind wants to escape, and that was your escape, right? I believe that was your
Yeah.
way to escape in reality and putting that into something valuable,
Yeah, no,
and
for
that
sure.
is
Yeah,
that is beautiful. Mhm.
I use those times to record those things. Um, I did record two songs before that time, but it was in Puerto Rico, trying to see how I felt, like me being this rapper.
Yeah.
But it was not until quarantine at this point where I was doing everything basically in my closet that I felt it was about time for me to try and keep doing money in order to get better equipment uh to be to the place where I am right now. Yeah, it was
That's crazy,
quarantine.
and that's why I tell everybody there's no excuse, man. Like you did all that in a $40 recording, a $40 recording box. So it's like, right? So it's like you did it.
Yeah,
You found a way
yeah,
to do it.
yeah. I remember. I think my friend Luis Fernando from Paradox Studios in Puerto Rico was the one that mixed those songs, and I think he asked me like, I think it was like $40 for every single song. It's like, hey man, so I will record everything. I will send you 40 songs. If you can just prepare this like a mix for me, and we can drop it as a mixtape, that would be great. So yeah, he did it, and we dropped that in 2020, and then because he was so nice for me to work with him,
Yeah.
and I was really motivated. Uh, I think it was 1 year after, or maybe a couple of months after that, I start doing layback. That is the artist, the various artist project.
Mm-hmm.
So in that one, I have El Buda Blanco. That is a rapper that he used to live in New York, and then he came here. Um, he have one song with me. I start like pulling from different places in Puerto Rico, different rappers and artists.
Mm-hmm.
So we did lay back because I feel so motivated about the fact that I did a mixtape by myself with my crew, and it's like, yeah, let's keep doing this. So I did lay back in 2021. So yeah, we
And
did
also,
that, and it's like, yeah.
yeah, no, and I also want to bring something that you really put out there. It's a part of collaboration too, like how important that is today, right? Because you didn't do it alone, even though you recorded all those songs by yourself, and you still found help in other people, and you collaborated. Like you took these beats from other people, and you help each other, and that's why it's so important, that part of collaboration. And can you talk about how collaboration is important today for you and in the work you do?
Yes, man. So I think that came from my studies in cinema, like from production. I mean, if you are in theater, for example, for you too, or in cinema, it's the same thing. It's like you have a director, you have a person that is in charge of a stage, of lights, of makeup or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So at least our arts, like theater and cinema, they ask for collaboration. It's not that you can do that by yourself. It's like, yeah, maybe you can record and edit and color grade whatever and act and direct whatever, but at least you need someone to give you something. There's always that collaboration part on something as big as theater or cinema. So I think it came from there. It's like, if I have these strengths, then let me find a crew so they can help me with the parts that I'm not good at. So so I did that for low key. I got it like Luis, that he mixed my songs. I think after lay back is where I got my PC, my computer. So I start to play with song structures. So I start to mess around with the production, with beats, cut beats in half, and then sending weird ideas to Louis so he can actually go ahead and mix that for me. In my demo, I was even more into the whole thing, in the production, in the stuff. And when the demo happened, it was just basically Jose Martinez, Marciano, and Luis and me, and that's it.
Wow.
But Jose Martinez did the beat for a couple of songs. Luis did the mix, and then I was recording, and I was doing all the visuals and all the promos and things, and I was doing the references as well. But yeah, it was never a one-man job. It was always someone over there. So yeah, I think that came from those studies in Sagrado.
Yeah. No, and it's also very important for everyone to understand that, you know, when you see any piece of work, right? Like it was not only made by one person. Like Beyonce doesn't go up on stage and that's, you know, it's her. Like she doesn't do all the work, right? Like she does represent her brand because that's her brand. But there's a team behind her helping her get to where she needs to be and helping her get the work that she needs to. And that's also very important, you know. And that is why you gotta find people who are good in other things and help each other, right? That's how I do it, you know, in the film industry too. Like if I want to do a short film, if I want to do theater, you know, I find people who are good at other things, and then we put everything together, and then we create something, and that's the beauty of it. We help each other. We grow together as well.
Yeah, in Puerto Rico, we are such a tiny island that every single person know each other in the industry for some reason. Not in the country in general, but in the industry. And it's like you need to be prepared for example, if someone says, "Oh, I can go to the recording day or to the rehearsal that day." So another one can step up and say, "Okay, I will learn this and I will cover you for this time." So at least what I have in my mind, you know, as experience, is that people from Puerto Rico in the industry are prepared at least at some point in every single position that you can imagine. So they're really prepared when they go ahead and decide to go to other place and submit resumes or something. It's like, yeah, I mean, I can be a stage manager. Also, I work with lights. Also, I can be a gaffer too. I mean, I know how to prepare. So it's a teamwork. No matter how you look at it, you know, it's a teamwork.
Yeah, as you put your skill set out there, and it's like, you're good at this, I'm good at this. Let's do this. You know, we can make it happen. And that's the importance of like collaboration and networking and getting to know people, right? And building relationships, because yes, you can do this, but do you have a relationship? Because I believe you and Jose Marciano, you know, you call him now, you're like, hey, like, man, because you know each other, you know how to work with each other, and you can be comfortable with like asking him for like this or this specifically, or everyone else, you know. And that's the beauty of it. You gotta build a strong relationship, because it's like any other relationship. If you don't maintain it, then it's just gonna go away, you know.
The contacts are important, and also the friends are important too.
Yeah, also that too. Yeah, we support each other. Okay, so I wanna shift it to the real thing here. This year you got something exciting coming up, Jeynu, and it's your first EP coming up, which is called Debut, right? Which is your debut, right? It's gonna be like your reintroduction to the world. You sent me a couple of the songs and I listened to them, and I'm gonna say, man, like, one that's really stuck with me, like all of them were nice and beautiful, but one of them that really stuck with me was La Sed. Because you start with Julia de Burgos for some reason, you know, and I love that you're bringing culture into it, and you're doing the poem. You're doing her poem in the beginning, which got me like, oh, like, by the way, I did that poem when I was in high school. So it just got me back to that, and got me back to where I come from, and roots, and the words are written there, you know, and then you put yourself into it, and it's like, how the fuck did you do this? How the fuck did you come up with this, man? I just
No,
want to ask you,
no,
how the fuck did you come up with this? It was just mind
no,
blowing. I loved it.
no. I mean, so that song, I mean, that they now have a different name. So you call it
Oh,
Laced, but I changed the name. So whatever the EP drops, it's going to be May 2nd. It's going to have a different name, but uh, that lyrics I wrote that thing in 2018. So I remember being
wow.
on like me moving from Puerto Rico to Orlando, and I remember writing those lyrics. So I kept that in the vault, as they say, en
Yeah.
gaveta,
It's
gaveta.
at some point I'm gonna use it, but not now.
Yeah, exactly. So it was there, and I think it was for this album, like this EP. I was like, you know what? I want to have something at least more introspective, more
Mm.
it's not social, but again, I think it's more introspective, talking about my position as an artist and how I feel as an artist and what I want to do with my art. So I want to have something on that spectrum in the EP. So yeah, I start playing with flows and different cadences on the song. And yeah, I record that one. The person doing the poem of Julia de Burgos is not me. It's actually a recording from El Instituto de Cultura Puertorriqueña.
Oh,
That is
nice.
going to be Miriam Colon. So Miriam Colon is the artist. I just took that as a sample. I recorded it with this microphone actually, like this,
That's crazy, man.
and then I sample. I cut it, and I put a filter in it, and then I start the song that way because I'm talking about me as an artist. So I'm trying to at some point differentiate a little bit from who Jorge is, and then and who Jeynu is.
Yeah.
So that's how the whole lyric started. So I think Julia de Burgos is a perfect example of how she tries to separate or to divide these two characters. Like Julia, the the la poetisa, it's different than Julia, the woman.
The human,
Like
the human,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
So
que
I
se
start
hacen
to
mis
think,
versos, no es tu voz, es mi voz. Ajá. Que tú eres ropaje.
yeah,
La esencia soy yo. Ajá.
exactly. So I was so thinking that way. I was like, you know what? I think it makes a little bit of sense. And then I start to think as well that Frida Kahlo have a really
Mm.
famous painting that I think is called Frida Las Dos Fridas. I think it's called.
Last of, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And I think it's the same thing. I'm not quite sure, but I think the same thing where she tries to divide the two Fridas into characters, like the Frida woman with all the imperfections and the accident that she suffered, and Frida the artist.
The artist, yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I think it makes sense that I can I'm talking about my art and me as an artist, and I put this fragment of the Julia poem, and again, every single thing in my head, like Frida and Julia, was running in my head. So it's like, yeah, let's go ahead and do it, whatever, like fuck it. So I put the sample in the front, and then after that, the song starts. The producer is also a girl that she's from China. So I
Wow.
actually I knew her through the internet, and she started collaborating with me, and she did that beat for me. So it's like, yeah, if I think it's a really nice thing to have a woman producer with Julia de Burgos in the front,
Yeah.
and yet the whole concept was Frida Kahlo too. So it's like,
Yeah.
this is great.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. Yeah, because then you're being powered by these strong women.
I know, yeah.
Does that come like? Was your mom like a? Did you ever watch your mom as a strong woman when you were growing up? Does this comes from like when you as a kid again, or how do you think women around you really push you to do this?
So my family, we have a lot of women for sure. My sister and my mom. I'm the only like varón in the house. So it's I don't think it's my relationship basically with my mom. Because we actually we are really alike, my mom and me. And for a moment in my life, I tried to negate that, like negarlo,
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like
because I
deny
was,
it, like deny it. Yeah.
yeah, deny it, yeah. So it's like, why I'm doing this if I'm so much like her. I think I was feeling maybe some like ashamed of how maybe she react to certain things. But again, I was a kid. I didn't understand all the struggles that my mom passed through when she was a child too. Um, so the years pass, and I start to take care of my mom more. Um, and I start to accept that yes, I am product of you, mom. So
Mm.
I'm you basically. So I don't think it was the relationship between me and her. It was it was more that I don't like injustices, and I feel that women have really bad
Yeah.
a really bad history record. And it was not until the 19 like the second half of the 19s and so like 1950s 1960s
Mm-hmm.
that they started doing something with the whole concept of being a woman in society. So I think that always get in my head is like, maybe I can do better for my generation. um so that pressure uh you know
Yeah,
pushed
no,
me
and yeah,
to
but
the thing.
and just
Yeah.
being, yeah, and just being that representation too, because you don't have to. People say like you don't have to be a woman to support women, right? Like that's not the point. That's not. It's how do we
That's my
change?
point. Yeah.
How do we change our community? How do we change from the inside? Because people say sometimes like, oh, women should change. No, fuck no. Men should change the way they look at women.
No.
and
Yeah.
and and,
Yeah.
and that's the way we need to start to think. And you're doing something, you're putting women strong there, strong women up there, and giving them a voice as well, using them as a voice as well, and using them to push your art. And that is fucking beautiful.
No, I mean, at least giving the spotlight to that. Obviously that will not mean that people will take it that way. I mean, if you have different values, I mean, yeah, you will applaud that, but it's not going to change your point of view. But at least from my part, I'm trying to do something, or I
Yeah.
I think I'm trying to do it. Um, so yeah, I think it's more about that, the pressure of me feeling that in 2025 we still have injustices committed against women,
Mm-hmm.
that I want to do something with my
Yeah.
art, at least something social with my art. So yeah, it started that way. It's like, yeah, I have in my back of my head, I have Frida Kahlo, I have Julia de Burgos, I have Yu Yang that produced the beat, and it's like it will be so perfect for me to find a woman rapper. That's all I
Yeah.
need. That's all I
Yeah.
need. But it's like I didn't find it.
Ah.
It was so hard. It was so hard for me to find a woman rapper. So I have friends, but it wouldn't. It never. It never. That the idea it never passed through. You know what I'm saying? Like nunca
Yeah.
se realizó la idea, no. Um.
Yeah, but female
So I was
rappers
like,
out there, write to Jeynu for a collaboration soon. Okay, just so you know.
no, no, yeah, no, for sure. But then at that point, I was like, you know what? Let me stop forcing this. Let me just stop forcing this. The concept was already made. The idea is there. I did my part with the things that I have in my disposition. Let me just not like force this, and let's go with the flow. And with that flow was that I find Kevin Kasui, that is a really good rapper from Ponce too,
Oh.
and he's doing this beautiful um I call them poems because it's basically poems converted into rap, basically. So I was like, and he also have a theater background. He
Oh,
also
nice.
does theater in Puerto Rico. So I was like, let's go ahead and not force this thing. Let's go with a flow. I test Kevin. Kevin sent me the verse, and everything happened from there. Yeah, he sent me the verse. We finished the whole structure, and yeah, and we created the la set, as you call it. Yeah.
That's said. I love it because it's also, but yeah, but can you talk about why is it named Debut? Why, and why now? Why this is the moment for you to throw your first EP?
Again, go back to the PJ's show. It's like, yeah, it was so important for me. I did two shows for him, one in Orlando, one in Tampa. The one that marks my heart and my brain, it's the Tampa one. Like the people in the Tampa show was so nice to me, was so welcoming, and I think it was. I mean, I'm not quite sure how many people. Pretty sure like more or less like 100, maybe a little bit more than 100 people in there, because it was a tiny venue.
Yeah.
The Orlando one was way bigger, but on the Tampa one, it was so nice, so welcoming, and it's like, you know what, let's go ahead and take it seriously. Let's go ahead and do let's create a proposal. Let's do a nice website. Let's go and create a good EPK, so we can send to venues, to managers, to stage producers, whatever, and let's finish these ideas that I already have,
Mm-hmm.
So I finished the entire thing. For this one, I changed crew, so it's no longer Marciano on the beats and Luis Fernando in the mix. It's actually Yu Yang, the Chinese girl, in the beats, and then Al Norte. It's a producer from Ponce too.
Nice.
So Al Norte is the one that is doing the mixes right now. And then again, with the whole thing about collaboration and being a team player, I start to find featurings for the EP, and I was like, let's go ahead and make a collaboration project again. Like, why not? So on the EP, you will find Al Norte on one of the songs, because he also sings. You will find Mike Rotz as well. It's a Ponce, like a un rapero de Ponce, like a Ponce rapper. You will find Jen, that is the only girl that's going to sing in one of my songs that is called Saliba, and then Kevin Kasui, So yeah, it started from there. It's just that moment in Tampa gave me the gasoline to say, you know what, let's go and take it seriously, and let's just drop this right now. Yeah,
that's all you need, and you're here now. It takes time, and you've been putting everything together, and this is the moment, man. This is the moment that you're gonna remember now, because this is gonna be your baby's gonna come out there, which is probably very exciting and nerve-wracking, and like how you feeling?
it is, man. It is exciting. It's just the world is moving so fast that everything is with Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. So it's like I feel the passion of me dropping this, but I know that I need to put the work on making TikToks and silly reels, and it's like I need to do social media work.
There's a marketing part of it, right? Like that's a social media marketing part of it, which is it's a hard part, man. And sometimes people want to escape from it, but it's just so important, and it's hard to run from it, because as creatives, as artists, that's a platform for us to showcase what we do, right, and to get the audience that we need. And yeah, it is fucking hard, but we gotta do it.
Yeah, and
we gotta do
I
what
don't
we gotta
know.
do.
Yeah, and I don't know if happens to you, but I'm 29. And I know my Facebook, I know my YouTube, I know my Instagram. I don't know anything about TikTok, man. And I refuse. I don't know if it's like an ego or pride in myself that it's like, I don't want to go to a new social media at this point to try and do videos at this point. Like it's so time consuming for me.
It's time consuming, man.
It's time consuming. It's like, damn, and everything is working with algorithms. So you need to drop like 3 videos in one day to actually catch something in the platform. So it's like I'm excited for dropping the project, but I'm not that excited for me to actually drop all the things that involves
Yeah,
me promoting the project. But I need
yeah.
to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you need to, and yeah, I totally get you. You know, when you see my TikTok, I post videos like, you know, my last video was probably like 2 months ago or whatever. But it's like I don't even go to TikTok, you know, which is hard. But it's hard. It's like you say, like it's hard to understand a new algorithm, a new platform. You know, we have it's as we don't have enough platforms already, right?
Yeah.
So and yeah, when we gotta go everywhere, and it's like, because in every platform will tell you what specific audience they have, you know. So what specific audiences are you looking for? You know, are you looking, you know, because you know, if you go to Instagram, people like more reels and just photos, you know, and they talk about their life. When you go to TikTok, it's just like whatever's happening around, you know, outside there, or even funny videos or whatever. Facebook is just, you know, to really communicate to your with your family and your, you know, your old friends.
Yeah.
Because people don't do Facebook anymore, like that they used to. So it's like it's crazy. It's hard. It's fucking hard to understand like what specific content you're gonna do for each different platform, because the same video cannot be posted in every platform because it's not gonna work the same.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And that's the whole point. Like as artists, we gotta learn how to do that, and that's, I think and I believe that's so hard. And I've met a lot of artists that they don't want to go to social media because it's like, why? But at the same time, it's a way for you to get your work out there, and it's so important.
Yeah, no, and that's why some artists have their own team just for socials, you know.
Just
Oh,
on
let me handle your social media. And it's like they take care of all the data and analytics and all the rubrics and all the numbers. And it's like, yeah, give me this, and I will take care of it. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't have the team right now, so I need to do it all by myself. So I'm trying to right now. I'm trying to make a calendar so I can
Yeah.
drop at least something on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook, one every 2 days or so. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I can do that until maybe, I don't know, let's say July. Maybe I have content until July.
Yeah.
So
That's
I
what
want
you
to
gotta
do
do,
that.
man.
Yeah, and I'm doing that right now. But yeah,
Oh, that's
yes,
very.
I'm answering your question. Yes, I am excited. I am anxious about this. So yes, I'm
That's
happy.
exciting, Jeynu. Yeah, that's exciting. When is the EP dropping out? Debut. When is it dropping out officially, and where can people listen to it?
So May 2nd, Mayo dos is going to be the date for the premiere of the project. Obviously, you can find it on your mainstream like Spotify's and Apple Music, but you will also find it on places like Audiomack and Bandcamp. Also, they're really nice artist communities. I would say
Love that.
Bandcamp. It's a really nice community to be part of. So if you use Bandcamp, I will probably go ahead and say go ahead and listen in through Bandcamp too. If you want, you can buy the digital record in Bandcamp too. So if you want to download it in your phone, you can do it in Bandcamp too. So yeah, you will find it in Spotify, Apple Music, Bandcamp, Audiomack, all those iHeart Radio as well, Pandora as well. I'm doing the lyric videos for the YouTube right now, so I'm doing a really nice conceptual video for YouTube
Oh,
that is going to drop.
nice.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure if I'm going to have that ready for the premiere, but I'm pretty
Okay.
sure I'm going to have that ready for like a couple of weeks after the premiere.
Hmm.
So yeah, on YouTube too, it's going to be a good place to listen to the album too. Yeah.
Yes, I'm excited for that. I'm excited for everyone to listen to your music, man. It's so refreshing. It's so artsy, it's so authentical too. Like I when I heard it, when I heard the songs, I was like, I felt like I was in Puerto Rico, you know, sitting down, listening to your music, and just, you know, having a drink and just having a good time. That's what it's
Thank you,
that
man.
it really transported me to that, and I love that.
Thank you. We actually use samples as well for the lo-fi ambience. We use samples of this guy called Armando Dardo Flamante, that he did a internship with Estuario de San Juan, and he
Oh,
records
nice.
different places in San Juan, and he record just the atmosphere and the ambience of the place. And then we use a couple of those samples for the album too, because I was feeling like, yeah, if I'm going to use lo-fi effects, let's go ahead
Mm.
and do it with Puerto Rican artists. So we have an effect of rain falling in the sink of a house. We have an effect of just a rooster
Wow.
just singing in the morning in one song. So yeah, it's nice because we did it with a slight intention of giving a hint of Puerto Rico. So that's nice. Yeah.
I love that, man, because you're teaching them and you're giving them a piece of home, and of your home, right? And that everybody can resonate with that too. You don't necessarily have to be from the island to understand that, because everybody, and that's the beauty of it. So thank you for bringing a piece of home to your music. Really means a lot.
Yeah, man. No problem, man. No
Okay.
biggie.
Yes. Okay, so now we're gonna go to, before we finish, we're gonna go to Latino Trivia Showdown. Okay, so this is the catch, this is
What's
the
up?
game. Okay, so I'm gonna give you 5 categories. You're gonna choose one of those 5 categories, and I'm gonna ask you 3 questions, and I'm gonna give you 3 possible answers. Okay, and you're just gonna give me what you think is the answer, and I'll let you know if you did it right or not. Okay.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yeah,
I
no
was
pressure.
really bad at test every single plan, but go ahead.
No
Go.
pressure, man. No pressure. So these are the categories. It's either history, music and entertainment, food, geography, or sports.
Wow. Okay.
It's all Latino
what? Let's
content. It's all Latino content. So
Let's go with food. Let's go with food.
you're gonna go.
I don't
for-
want to go with music or entertainment. Let's go with food. Let's go.
Which country is the pupusa from? It's either Colombia, El Salvador, or Venezuela.
El Salvador, papi. There's no way to go.
Ah,
with El
you
Salvador.
got
Yeah,
it. Do, 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 do.
Here in my home, we actually consume pupusa a lot. So
Oh, really?
yeah, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I have a coworker that makes me pupusa if I order for him. So yeah.
Oh, that's fun, man. That's fun.
Yeah, it's
Ah,
really
that's crazy. Yeah. Okay, so this one. Let's see if you know this one. Okay, what traditional hot drink is popular in Argentina, Uruguay, and Paraguay? Okay, it's
Okay.
either ron or mate.
That's a name, ron o mate.
Mate. I mean that ron. That's A. B is mate.
I mean, I would probably say mate, right? I mean, mate.
You're
Yeah,
like,
it's
oh, obviously
like-
it's not
yeah,
wrong.
it's like it's not wrong. Yeah. Mate. Okay, what is what is mate?
Mate, I don't know. It's like a hot drink. It's very hot. Apparently, it's spicy.
Like a-
I don't know. Some people hate it. Some people drink
Oh,
it there.
wow. Okay. Wait. Hey,
Yeah.
listen. Argentina is a cold place, so I understand
So
that.
hey, I'm right. I won't judge them. I won't judge them. Okay, and the last one. What fruit is the main ingredient in guacamole? Huh. Huh.
Please give me the options, please. I want to hear the options.
So-
yeah.
I got tomato.
Okay.
I got apple and avocado. What do you think it is?
Okay.
Is it probably tomato? That's tomato. Tomato's a
So-
fruit, right?
This is so stupid. Avocado, obviously. Tomatoes are fruit.
Yeah, tomatoes are fruits. Yeah, tomatoes are fruits. See, I gave you every one there. You did it. You did it. You got three out of 3.
Yeah.
You got it. Yes.
I know my food. I know my food.
You know your food. You see, you know your food. Jeynu, thank you so much for this conversation. Like to get to know you, what you've been doing for all these years, and and see you grow in this industry. And I cannot wait for you, for your career to take off. And you're already doing it, man. And I'm so excited for what the future holds for you. Now, one more time, can you remind everyone when your new album is coming out, when your new EP is coming out? Where can people find you on social media as well, and how can people, follow you and see what you're doing?
Yeah, man. So I'm on the internet. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. You can find me as Jeynu Station is my handle. Jeynu like my name, and then a station like estación en español. Jeynu Station in Facebook, in YouTube, in Instagram, in Spotify. I'm by Jeynu, Apple Music too, Jeynu. And yeah, May 2nd, debut is coming to a streaming store near you. There you go.
Debut is making a debut on May
Yeah.
2nd. I love that, man. I'm so excited for the world to listen to you and to hear what you got. And this is just the beginning. I'm sure that great things will come for you. And, you know, when we have people like you, fajones, right? People who don't give up easily and they're just doing what they love and they're passionate about it. Like, that's when you differentiate, you know, yourself from the rest of the world. And you're on the right track. And again, like, I cannot wait to see what you bring out there. And here you always have a home. So, you know, anytime you need to promote something, anytime that you need to talk about anything, or even if we don't need to talk about anything and just talk about shit of life and you know, in the industry,
yeah.
this is your house, this is your home. You're welcome here anytime. Hit me up, and that's it, man. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate those words. And hey, we're here for you too, man. I know you're doing the hard work in the acting. So yeah, if I can do anything for you, I don't know what I can do, but if I can do anything, we're here for you too.
Oh,
Thank
I'm
you.
sure I will think of something. He said it here, guys. You heard him, right? So yeah, anyway, I always like to end up, you know, with my guests giving a piece of advice. So what piece of advice can you give to those young rappers out there, you know, who are just thinking about it, but they've never had the opportunity, of they've never even had like that, you know, like how should I do it? Should I don't? Like, what if I fail? What if what if I'm not good enough? Like, what's your piece of advice for those who wants to try rapping and, you know, wants to be in the industry?
I mean, I don't have any advice to tell them about the industry because I'm not even part of the industry at this point. But for sure, as a human, I will go ahead and say go for it. It's more about discipline than it is motivation. Motivation can last like 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but discipline it lasts forever. So I will say go for it. If it is your passion, it will fill your heart. Probably will not fill your pockets, but that's okay. That's okay because as long as you have a happy heart and you are doing what you are passionate about, you're going to be happy. So I'll say go for it. Don't feel afraid of failure. That it's a natural thing, you know. So yeah, just follow your passion, discipline over motivation for sure.
I love that. Follow your passion. It's very important. Thank you, Jeynu, for being here at Lights Camera Latino, the podcast. This was a great conversation. Please listen to his new EP coming out on May 2nd in all streaming platforms out there, even YouTube. Follow him on all social media as Jeynu Station. Please, let's support our Latinos out there doing content, doing new content, doing fresh content. And it's not easy, guys, to do what we do. And it takes work. It takes a lot of work. And it's so important to support each other and to support our industry and support our culture and support our community. We're here for that. We're here for you. Thank you, Jeynu, again. This was a great conversation. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see what the future holds for you.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, so I always like to leave everyone with this piece of advice. When life knocks you down, levántate con más fuerza, keep fighting. Hasta la próxima. This was Lights Camera Latino, the podcast.